What is up? It's your boy John Retrieve, IFBB Pro to Tell Like It Is. Today guys, I'm gonna demonstrate how to do cable upright rows the best way possible. I'm explain to you guys what muscles are actually involved in it, so to make sure you guys are doing it right. Anyway guys, without further ado, keep your eyes glued to the screen, your ears glued to the speakers, and let's learn. So upright rows are primarily a trap and side delt exercise, right? So if you look at the upright row, if I just like do this, right? Doing an upright row, if you look at my arm, my elbow, it goes out to the side, much like it would if you did a lateral raise, right? Makes sense? So doing this is actually doing a lateral raise. But as well as pulling up as well this way is going to involve your traps. So if you're trying to build your traps and your lateral head, this is a great movement to do. Now, success is gonna come in with doing it properly in terms of setting yourself up, posture, time of attention, and range of motion. So a couple things we need to take in account when we're setting ourselves up, and that's which one of these guys we wanna use. They're both gonna do the exact same thing, but depending on what one you use, you can do it very wrong. Now here's one example, and this happens all the time. Most people are grabbing way too narrow. We're doing this, and then we're doing this stuff. There's no room, and we don't wanna be here. We wanna be outside, right? If this was a full-length bar, if it was a barbell, my hands would literally be at this place here, shoulder width apart, and that's where we want it to be. It'd be the same thing when we're using the rope. Obviously, you're not gonna grab the rope in here, that'd be kind of weird, but if I'm grabbing the rope from the ends, by the time I lift myself up, I'm in the same position I was using the bar. So let's start off first by using the bar. Now, first things first, we're not gonna be able to get in a position where we're here and just driving this right up in the air because we're gonna get in the way of this. Again, we wanna set ourselves up so at the bottom of the lift, there's still tension on the cable. For example, yes, there's tension on the cable here, but I'm really not doing much from here. But if I step myself back a bit, ooh, more tension, a lot more tension. So again, when we're doing this lift from floor to core, feet are gonna be a little bit shoulder width apart, active, a little bit of a hinge, core is engaged, shoulders back and away from your ears, chest up. We're gonna pull this thing up with our elbows, not with our hand. Because when I see people pull with their hand, they do this, and this comes up. We get to here. The elbows are behind, they're back here or down. Or I get the ultra limp wrist and we're kind of like this. And we're not that active from here. I want to be the exact same in terms of engagement in my fist, wrists, and elbows, just like I'm doing lateral raises, front raises, whatever. I wanna make sure that I'm like this, so when I'm at the top of my lift, I'm still like this, not like this. Stop doing this. Try your best to make sure you're like this, straight. Grabbing the weight, grabbing the bar at the end, putting myself in position, shoulders back away from my ears, a little slight hinge, core is engaged. I'm gonna pull up by having my elbows breaking and pulling up to the side and straight up. You see? And then down, right? My elbows are gonna go this way when they're pulling up. So think of that when you're doing this. Think that the elbow's gonna break and come up and then down. Don't think of trying to pull this thing up here. Think of the elbow bending up and back, and then chest is gonna come up and then all the way back down. So let's do this again. Pulling back, shoulders back and away from your ears. Floor to core, elbows to the side and up, and then back down. A good cue to think of when you're doing this is pretend you're zipping up two zippers. Like so literally right now, do the doing up your zipper action. Everybody's done this properly. Look. Right? If I'm doing up two, I got a fancy fashionita jacket that has got two zippers for some reason. I don't know, someone's gonna make it and I'm gonna be really pissed when they make a lot of money. But either way, you got two zippers that are right here, shoulder apart, and you're like, zip? Just think that. Everybody knows how to do up a zipper. No one does a zipper like this. Or like, I don't know, how else do you know what I'm saying, right? No one does zipper, no one leaves the elbow down when they zip the zipper up. You know what I mean? No one's doing this. Like, and if you're doing zippers like this, I don't know where you're from, but nothing against you, but it's just weird. Everyone on this planet does a zipper up like this. They like, zip, right? It's like, they gotta go, right? Same thing here. Take the zipper cue and apply it to your upright rows. You're doing up a zipper. Think, I'm doing up a zipper. 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 Don't do it like that, it sounds kind of weird. Again, floor to core, shoulders apart, slight hinge, cores engaged, shoulders back away from ears, and then we're doing up our double zipper. And then back down. And the zipper is basically a turtleneck. It goes up to your, the zipper goes higher than damn shoulder blades, all right? It's gonna go all the way up, zipping it up, and then down. And then when we get to the top, we're gonna take that, and we're gonna expand the chest to the top. So we wanna be here, and then big chest, and then back down. Big chest, and back down. Elbows to the side, and down. And everything's gonna elevate, even the traps are gonna go up and down. Pulling up, and controlling it down. Just like this. You can literally do this exact same tempo, and add a weight slowly until your form breaks. Get a rep range between like 10 to 20 reps. Hey guys, before we keep going, I just wanna know how your workout's been. They've been on the dumps, I got the answer for you. I've been using Blue Star Nutraceuticals PPK. Guys, 6,000 milligrams of citrulline malate, 400 milligrams of peak ATP, 300 milligrams of caffeine, and added pink Camellia sea salt and coconut water powder. PPK will give you longer lasting pumps, sustainable energy, and hydration benefits. So guys, use my code Johnny10 for 10% off your next purchase of PPK right now. Okay, back to the show. Now, the same idea would be with using the rope. I made a really quick example in my face pull video. And are people doing face pulls right or wrong? No, it's only wrong if you're saying you're doing a certain movement and you're not hitting the muscles that you think you're supposed to hit. So if I'm gonna do an upright row, this is where I want the cable to be, and it's where I want the rope to be as well too. This would be an upright row still, and it still can be a face pull, but you're gonna put a lot more tension in your traps and your side delts. So, same idea with this. The best thing about this is it's going to let us move freely. So the top of the lift, when we get to that point, we're up. I can actually expand a little more. My arm's gonna run a little more freely at the top when I'm pulling. And again, when we're doing this, we're pulling with the elbows. We're not pulling with the hands. Think of your arms as being long ropes with hooks to the end of them. And we're pulling the elbows to the side and down, up and down. And I'm active through. If you watch my wrists, I'm strong here, they're not like this. We don't want this limp thing here and down. We're gonna be strong from here, gripping, chest up, controlling it down. Chest up, controlling it down. And those elbows gotta move up. And if you look at the top of my lift, my elbows they're all in the same area. Everything's up and there's tension. My shoulders are firing off, my traps are firing off. Then I'm controlling it back down. And from the back, up and down. Up and then down. Up and then down. And then make sure when we're doing this, we want to start and stop on a dime. Basically, start in a dead stop position. Don't use momentum to recoil and come back up. Don't get down here, then we're doing. I get that a lot, or it's, right? Be fluent. Let's pretend that all of your lifts are trying to emulate or copy the same tempo or movement as an elevator. Pretend that whenever you're doing a lift, that it's an elevator going up and down. Some of you guys, I'm not trying to be on any elevator that you guys have made, because I'm throwing my stomach up. We got these elevator up, first floor, only back down. Control it from the bottom. First floor, 9th floor, ding. And back down to first floor. First floor, 9th floor, ding. Up, and controlling it back down. Literally, this is all you have to do. Very basic movement to do that you can easily master, that you can put into your shoulder arsenal to complete some very good, well-rounded delts and some traps as well. Put this in your workouts, 10 to 20 reps. Make sure we're consistent, controlling the movement, each contraction, floor range of motion. Add these obviously on your shoulder days. You can add this on your arm day if you wanted to. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you're doing it and doing it right. Anyway guys, for more videos, check these ones out guys. Grab my ebook. And guys, add me on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat guys. You know what it is, Iron Sharpens Iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.